Can I turn this bland, empty corner in my room into something amazing and fully decorated? Watch until the end to see how it turns out. To make it interesting, I've set up 4 rules for myself that are going to challenge me throughout the video. Number 1 is the time limit. I have to finish everything in one day, no big renovations or anything major. Number 2, no spending any money. I can only use things that I find around the house. Number 3, a lot of the stuff that goes up on my walls has to be DIY'd. And last but not least, number 4, I have to add memories to the wall, things like old pictures and souvenirs. And with those rules in place, let's get this project started. You won't believe how it all turns out. Now, I've had these shelves sitting in my room for months, just waiting to be put up. I figured out a rough placement for them, and then had my dad come help me out. This is where things almost went really wrong. It started off great until my arms started burning from holding the shelves up for 10 minutes straight. But after drilling all the holes and getting that first shelf up, it looked really good. Now, I'm not even sure if it was completely level, but who cares? It looked good anyways. Now, let me give you a quick breakdown on the second 2 shelves. I didn't film them because I didn't want to have such a long segment for the shelves alone. But long story short, the top one ended up going in perfectly. However, the bottom one, not so much. The anchor fell straight in through the hole in the drywall, and there was nothing we could do. We had to put it off until another day, but nonetheless, I kept going. Before we started putting the shelves up, I went around my house looking for things I could use for DIY. I found some old ties and some string, and even this weird lace-looking thing that I thought would look really good. I wanted to start with the ties, and so I organized them all and figured out which ones I wanted to put up first. I spent a little bit deciding how and where I wanted to place them, but after I figured that out, it was smooth sailing from there on. Now, I think the ties might have been the best part of my whole room. They fit so well and go together with everything else I put there, which you'll have to wait till the end to see. I know they may not look good now, but trust me, in the end, they're gonna look amazing. Then, I moved on to the string. I really had no idea what I was doing with this, but I just cut up a bunch of pieces in many different sizes, and I figured it out from there. I eventually came up with the idea of a string wall to add some extra flair. More on that later. I really couldn't find anything to attach the string to, so I ended up looking for like an hour, and I eventually found this old phone charger that ended up working great. It probably wasn't the best idea, but it worked. After putting it up on the wall, I had to straighten them out, and that was pretty much it for the string section. I thought about putting some posters behind there, and that's what I did next. You see, a couple months ago, I put these posters up in my room in a lousy attempt to make some decoration, and I thought now was the perfect time to move them around. I took them all off the wall and gathered all the push pins in one place, and then started putting them up one by one, pretty much random all around. I didn't really know what I was doing, but it ended up looking good, so stay around to see the result. Now, at this point, I was ready to be done, as I thought it already looked good enough and I could start putting things on the shelves. But I felt like it was missing something, and I remembered the rule that I had to have memories up there, so I grabbed some old pictures and got ready to put those up. I also grabbed some cards and this random bow that I found. Now, again, I was really random with it, but I had thought about putting the cards up on a string and like hanging them between the 90-degree angle at the wall, and I thought that was going to look really good. Now, after I had taped it all together, I thought about using thumbtacks to put them up, but I had to use tape instead because of the thumbtacks just destroyed the string. I got around to putting up the pictures, which were from a trip I had taken back in 6th grade. And then I moved on to the little bow and the lace I had mentioned earlier. And after I thought I had done everything, I remembered I still had to do the DIY rule. So I got this old pair of jeans and this backpack I used in 5th grade. Decided to cut them up into random configurations, which honestly probably wasn't the best idea, but in the end it ended up looking really good. Stick around to find out. I put them up and it finally felt like everything was complete. All I had to do now was put the stuff up on the shelves. This had really turned out the way I wanted it to, and the finishing touch of putting things on the shelves was just going to make it absolutely perfect. It didn't really take much thought into what to put on them. I had a bunch of stuff laying around that had nowhere else to go, so it seemed absolutely perfect. I included a fake plant, some Lego flowers that my girlfriend had given me, a bunch of stuffed animals, some books, and I even included this old cigar box. And don't worry, I don't smoke cigars, I just thought it looked cool. The final result was just breathtaking. Every corner was tailored to my preference, and I love what I did with everything. From the ties to the posters to the shelves and the DIY stuff, all of it felt amazing and just how I wanted it to be. Everything was perfect in its very own place, and my room finally felt like home. My favorite part was cutting up the jeans in the backpack. I really had no idea what I was doing, and that's what made it super fun. I was so happy that I had fit all the criteria for all 4 rules, and I definitely recommend that you try this for yourself, with or without the rules. It made my room feel so much more like I had always wanted it to, and this is something I'll never forget. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like and subscribe, and check out my channel for more entertaining content.